Okay, Aisha, you told me that you wanted to learn more and talk more and read more about Friends.
Yeah.
So when you said Friends, this story came to mind. It's called A Weekend with Wendell, and it's by someone named Kevin Henkes. Have you ever heard of Kevin Henkes?
No.
No? Have you ever heard this story? A Weekend with Wendell?
No.
Okay, great. Well, you listen, and today, just like you listened to the last book, listen to me, look at me when I'm speaking to you. Look at me when I'm speaking to you. Just like we read the last book and we were trying to think about power, this book, I want you to, think about friendship. I want you to, this was your choice, so we're reading this book for you. On Friday afternoon, Wendell's parents dropped him off at Sophie's house. "Wendell's going to spend the weekend with us," said Sophie's mother, while his parents visit relatives out of town. "Oh, boy," said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. After a snack, Sophie helped Wendell carry his sleeping bag and suitcase upstairs. "Well, what are we going to do now?" asked Wendell. "Do you have any toys?" Sophie pointed to her toy chest. "Is that all you've got?" said Wendell. "I've got 1,000,000 times more than that. What else is there to do around here?" "We could play house," said Sophie. "Only if I can make the rules," said Wendell. So they played house, and Wendell made the rules. He was the father, the mother, and the 5 children. Sophie was the dog. Then they played hospital. Wendell was the doctor, the nurse, and the patient. Sophie was the desk clerk. When they pretended they worked in a bakery, Wendell was the baker, and Sophie was the roll.
It's a roll.
Like the roll that you eat with dinner, like bread.
Oh.
"Isn't this fun?" said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. What do you think?
She's being mean.
Who's being mean?
The girl. She won't see anything to him that's being unfair for him.
So this is Sophie. Sophie's the one who's the role. Sophie was the one who was the dog. Wendell actually is a little boy. Wendell is the one who's the doctor and the mom and the dad. So who do you think is being mean to who?
What?
Who's being mean here?
The girl.
The girl?
Yeah, who's sitting down. No hair.
She's being mean?
Yeah.
Oh. How is she being mean?
Because she won't say nothing to him, and they have nobody to talk to.
Oh, because she's not talking, she's being mean. I see. That's interesting. Is he being mean?
No, he's being nice.
He's taking all the parts.
Yeah, he's taking all the parts, and that's unfair. She has to do some parts. She's a girl, so she has to be the mom. He's a boy, so he has to be the dad. And she has to have the baby and the 3 kids.
Oh, that's so interesting, Aisha. You said that she's the mom, so she's the girl, so she has to be the mom.
Yeah, and a boy can be a mom because he's a boy, and a girl has to be the mom because she's a girl.
So, what about if the boy wanted to play the mom?
He didn't want to be a mom because if he makes the rules, she has to make the rules because that's her house. That's not his house.
Oh, so we're back to the rules. So the rules, if it's your house, you make the rules?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I had a sleepover, and I had to make all the rules because I had a sleepover with girls. Now I went to a sleepover, and we had everything was sweet, and then all my sisters said we want sweets, and then my sister and the other one said, you want diabetes, you want diabetes.
Aisha, I have a question. What if the person whose house it is, the person who made all the rules, okay, what if they made rules that were not fair?
What?
What if they made a rule? I'm having a sleepover, and I said, no one with brown skin is allowed to come to my sleepover. Would that be a fair rule?
No.
No. Can you explain why?
Because if somebody has a brown skin and they're their friend, then they be sad and they go home and they start crying, and then they don't want to be a friend. And when they go to your sleepover and they say, no white people in my sleepover, then you're going to do the same thing as her. And then she's going to be mean, and then you're going to be mean, then you're going to have an argument with her, then nobody want to be your friends anymore.
What if I said, anyone who comes to my sleepover has to wear their shoes on their wrong feet?
How they are different.
Now that doesn't seem like a very good rule.
No. You have to wear your feet on one, two. And let me tell you the reason sleepover. You have to be nice. You're supposed to be able to say. When you say something, do it. When you say you can play with the toys, do it. And do anything they said they do.
So you have to do anything they say?
Yes.
What if they say you have to wear your shoes on the wrong feet?
That is not a good rule. If you wear your wrong shoes, then your mommy can say, switch your shoes now.
So your mommy is the boss over the person whose house your mom has more
She's
power?
the boss. And if I have a sleepover, and my baby brother's there asleep, and someone make a scream noise, they're going to get beaten.
Oh. So I have another question, Aisha. You said before the girl has to be the mom and the boy has to be the dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what if a boy wanted to play with Barbies? What if a boy wanted to play with Barbies? On this page. What about that?
The boy when they play with Barbies, the Barbies for girls. And then the girl's gonna think he took her toys.
Is it okay for a boy to play with Barbies?
No, Barbies for girls. And that's why Barbie is real, and girls like to play with Barbie. Like the dog, they make Barbies for little kids, babies, even girls.
Boys can't like Barbies?
No, boys don't like Barbies. The boys in my class, they like boys. The boy Dennis, he likes some cartoons.
What about, I've got one. What about girls? Are they allowed to play sports that boys play?
No.
Girls can't play sports?
Oh, girls, some girls like
Sports? But isn't that a boy thing?
Yes.
But it's okay.
Yes. If you want to,
Who makes that rule?
Dad.
Dad makes that rule?
One time I was somewhere fun, and my dad made a rule. He had to bet way much money than I thought. So that was a lot of money. It was like 139. Oh, wait. No, they have a roller coaster. It's just a round down, and not the bungee jumper.
Okay, let's think back on this story. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, what color shirt does she have on?
The mom?
Uh-huh.
She has a purple dress and a yellow
yellow
shirt.
top. Yes.
Yellow top and a white.
Sit properly. And I'll read again. At dinner, Wendell said that he was allergic to At dinner, Wendell said that he was allergic to anything green, so he didn't have to eat his vegetables. And then, when Sophie wasn't looking, he scooped up the whipped cream from her dessert. When is Wendell leaving? Whispered Sophie. Soon, said her mother. Soon, said her father. After Sophie's parents tucked Sophie in her bed, zipped Wendell in his sleeping bag, kissed them both, and turned off the light, Wendell grabbed his flashlight and shone it right in Sophie's eyes. See you tomorrow, he said, smiling. Sophie shut her eyes. I can't wait for Wendell to go home, she said to herself. On Saturday morning, when Sophie woke up, there was a lumpy blue monster jumping up and down on her bed. It was Wendell.
No.
She felt something pinch her leg at breakfast. It was Wendell. She heard scary noises coming from the broom closet. It was Wendell. Wendell used Sophie's crayons and left them on the porch so they melted. Whoa, it must have been really hot. At lunch, Wendell finger-painted his peanut butter and jelly. Isn't this fun? Said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. When is Wendell leaving? Whispered Sophie. Soon, said her mother. Soon, said her father. Do you have any thoughts right now?
If you mess up somebody's house, you're going to be in big trouble. Then your mom is going to beat you up and do something to you. And then you're going to stay in your room and be in big, big trouble.
See you tomorrow. At bedtime, when Sophie put her head on her pillow, she heard something crunch. It was a note from Wendell, and it said, "See you tomorrow." Sophie shut her eyes. I can't wait for Wendell to go home, she said to herself. Before Wendell's parents picked him up on Sunday morning, he tried to make a long-distance phone call. Ooh, that could be expensive. He wrote his name on the bathroom mirror with toothpaste. And he gave Sophie a new hairdo with shaving cream. Want to go outside to help me wash this off? Asked Sophie. We could play firefighter. Oh boy, said Wendell. So they played firefighter, and Sophie made the rules. She was the fire chief. Wendell was the burning building. Isn't this fun? Said Sophie. Wendell didn't say anything. Do I get to be the fire chief? Asked Wendell. Maybe, said Sophie. Soon, Wendell and Sophie didn't care who was the fire chief or who was for the burning building. What happened?
They both for the burning building because both of them had the water in their hands.
But what happened? Why don't they care anymore?
Because they don't want to be friends anymore.
They don't, or they do?
They don't. He's crying because she's being mean.
Right, but now look.
They're best friends.
Why?
Because they like each other now.
Why?
Because they want to be best friends now. All they did was be mean. Now they want to be best friends because they want to be best friends forever so they can stop being nice and learn their lesson.
So how did Wendell stop being mean?
Because he started crying and he started saying, let's be friends instead of being mean.
I didn't hear him say that, though. You know what I noticed? I noticed that Sophie showed Wendell how it felt to not get to play anything. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
You saw that? And then they both decided they would be the fire chief because they saw it was more fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time to go, said Sophie's mother. Time to go, said Sophie's father. Already, said Wendell. Already, said Sophie. When is Wendell coming back? Asked Sophie. Never, said her mother. Never, said her father. That afternoon, when Wendell unpacked his suitcase, he heard something crunch. It was a note from Sophie. It said, I hope I see you soon. And that is the end of A Weekend with Wendell. Can you show me who Wendell is? Good. Which one was Sophie? Who was the bully in the beginning of the story? Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. My favorite part was when they bullied.
I want you to tell me what you're thinking.
I think
How did the story make you feel?
I feel so happy.
Why is that?
Because people bully me, I bully them.
You bully?
Yes.
Why do you do that, Aisha?
People bully me every day.
Oh, so this story is a great example because he was bullying.
No, wait a second. People bully me in the morning for no reason.
Okay.
And now I start bullying them, and then they lie to the principal about being bullying me.
Aisha, maybe you could learn a lesson like Wendell and Sophie.
I am not learning a lesson about those kids.
But Aisha, Wendell and Sophie saw that it wasn't that much fun to be mean to each other. It was a lot more fun when they were nice to each other.
Okay. I try to be nice to people. They roll their eyes, and that's what they do. And that's what they do. Roll their eyes.
So can you try to be nice back?
I try and I try and I try. Nobody listens to me.
Aisha, you said you wanted to read a story about friendship. Why did you want to read a story about friendship?
Because I like friends.
So how should you treat them?
Nice.
Do you?
No. Oh, yes, me.
But you said no at first. You can be honest with me.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I be nice to people. They don't be nice to me. I don't know.
So where should we explore next? You wanted to read about friendship. Now what?
I think this
I like them. Okay.
Aisha, I need you to sit down. I want you to look at me. And I want you to focus. What are you thinking you would like to explore from here? We went from friendship. You started to talk about bullying. Is bullying something that you would like to learn more about?
Yes.
Bullying?
Yes, I want to learn about bullying people.
Why?
I don't know.
That's all you have to say? Nothing else about the story?
Nope.
All right. Thank you for reading with me.